I
All
found a
right.
hammer with ability damage 50% 2 times.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm Long Tom. This is the Long Tom Lounge. We're here as usual Tuesday night, kind of 8 p.m. Due to our normal technical difficulties, aka pilot error. But yeah, we made it. We did it. We figured it out, and we're here. And we've got all the usual suspects: Monday Olives, Remy Lexington, Spicy Plays, and Trone Karam himself, all here with us. And after we check out the shop, we're gonna jump right into it. But while I was trying to fix all my stuff, we were talking about the new Expeditions mode. But yeah, you guys want to jump back into that conversation? The weapons are pretty tight.
Yeah, I think Expeditions is definitely, like, I was so worried. And now that we kind of see that they're trying to tie all the different modes together, and that we kind of have a glimpse of the abilities we might be getting in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, and the fact that we have these 3 new weapons in Odyssey that are just, like, absolutely incredible. They add a whole new dynamic to the game. I think even though it was a relatively small and slow rollout, I'm super impressed with Expedition so far and LEGO Fortnite Odyssey in general.
Yeah, the weapons are pretty intense.
Yeah.
And they just upped the, now you can get to level 40 now, and now they dropped the gray weapons, and you can get more rare weapons as well, and charms.
Yeah, it was actually funny. I saw a post earlier. Someone was like, "Oh, you know, I can't get blah blah blah," and then someone else responded like, "Oh, I got 6, you know, blah 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 in the last hour," you know. But it was somebody made the post before the update, and then somebody responded after the update. So, yeah, I haven't had a ton of time to play this week. I just finished 76.5 hours, I think it was, since Thursday. So I've been a little preoccupied. You know, that doesn't include driving and all the other fun stuff. But I did get to check it out the day it came out, and I had a lot of fun. But you were saying you found a hammer, Trum?
Yeah, I found a hammer that had 50% ability damage 2 times on it, armor 3, and critical heal.
I saw that. Yeah. Hold on to that, bud.
Oh, I'm using it as my main weapon. I'm doing like 20,000 damage in attack now.
Yeah. For a while, I had a hammer with 2 crit heals on it, and so I would just unstoppable. You know, anytime I swung the thing, I would heal for 90 hit points. So
I literally melted the spire in 2 cycles of Shadow Ball.
Right on.
It was, and like I was saying with the weapons, it's like having them be two-handed. Like the daggers, you have like the regular attack, you have a dash attack, and then if you hold the dash attack and then use the regular attack, you do like a spinning attack. It's like the same thing with like the hammer.
Just tapping at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, and the hammer has it too, where you can like charge up, but instead of just slamming down, you can like slide forward and then do the slam on it too. It's just like really cool how you have like it just feels like more technical.
Yeah.
I also have to say with the two-handed weapons, I think they can be a little overpowered, especially the guns, but I do like the fact that you cannot eat while you're using them, because I feel like that is like a limitation they absolutely need.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not having something in your offhand is pretty big. Like here Monday, I'll let you take these. Like I was saying in the playtester chat, I was like, oh, these are way too strong. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna work them into the game. Kind of blah 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 blah. But the fact of the matter is, go ahead, Monday, start shooting.
Oh no, I don't have my gun equipped. I gotta spawn a gun in. Sorry.
Oh, I thought
I just have the daggers.
Oh, I didn't drop you the guns here. Come here. I thought I dropped them. My bad.
Oh wow.
They're great against 1 or 2 enemies. Not so often against 20.
Yeah, I see. Okay. So they're basically like perfect for bosses and mini bosses. But I think you're still gonna get a lot of use out of the other weapons with groups like you're demonstrating right now.
And to be fair, because I didn't have a lot of time tonight, a lot of what we're doing tonight is going to be along those lines. You know, where we just... Sorry. I caught you in my backswing.
I was gonna be like, why are you hitting me? Because you hit me the first time, and I'm like, oh, he's not gonna hit me a second time, and then you respawn me.
But yeah, we're just gonna try out the different weapons. I came up with some janky, you know, temporary rules for them, you know, stuff like that. But you know, we'll go to Cutlass Cove and we'll do some stuff, and then we'll go beat up a bunch of stuff with our new items, which we're all gonna pretend we've never seen before. We don't know anything about them. But yeah, where's if Remy and Trone want to come up
Be right there.
to the ye old bus station? Unless you want to go beat up Raven real quick with the new weapons.
Oh, also, really quick update. I discovered something. Remember in the past how if you had a bed on a vehicle, you would respawn where you set the spawn point, regardless of where the vehicle was?
Yeah. Did they fix it?
Now they fixed it. So you actually respawn on the bed no matter where the vehicle is. And it is a game changer in survival mode with no flying. It is awesome. I have been messing around with the world, and I built a whole tram system, and it's massive, and it goes through all the biomes, and it like has a bed on it, and I never get lost. I love it so much.
Heck yeah. Yeah, they've I noticed, well, I didn't notice that they had changed durability of a bunch of things, but apparently thrusters, balloons, all that stuff now has just ridiculous. Hey Tron, I made you a hammer.
Oh yeah, I've been messing around with a bunch of different trim patterns, and they are way more effective now. Like if you're not playing with flying on, they're actually worth it again. It's awesome. The same with other vehicles of any type.
Right.
I'll be right back. Do you want to travel to the place first? Because I got to step away for like 5 minutes.
We can go beat up Raven while we're waiting for you.
Okay. I'll be right back.
I gave everybody my cool weapon, so I'm just going to use this sword.
I just spawned in from default.
Right on. All the ones I gave,
Back on it. We'll swing now.
yeah, all the ones that I gave out have force and damage on them.
Yep.
Because they were going to be the demonstration ones for 17. So you know he's a big boy. So force 3 on everything for him. Roasted. Oh no, Monday.
Yeah, I think I stood a little too close to Trone and his hammer.
Ah!
Oh no.
Hell, I got stuck trying to res drone and didn't move.
Oh, he's coming for me. No. I'm sorry, I'm coming. Oh. I've seen so many, like just TikToks and different things of people just absolutely here. Let's not break this place. I don't want it to have to respawn. But yeah, just so many TikToks, people just and shorts and etc. People just absolutely lambasting every boss with the new weapons. I mean, we just erased Raven for the most part. The only reason we didn't win is because we just ran straight in at them,
And I think I might have shot Tron in the back trying to shoot Raven.
Yeah. So that's something to account for too. These new weapons are great if, in the right circumstances. For example, Tron, where did I leave that little house? Come check out the interior of this house. Go in that part of the garage and swing your hammer. You hit something on the other side of the wall. But if he was in here trying to fight and he's getting that like bounce back, hitting the 0 and enemies now. Ooh, man, that thing cranks. Enemies now have a stun move as well, which I've seen a bunch of people lament online. So even though we have some crazy weapons and whatnot, if I throw out a bunch of dudes, y'all are gonna have to still give each other room, let each other know where you're headed so that you don't get in the line of fire, all fun stuff like that. Let's see. I think.
Oh, so the weapons use our stamina. Okay.
Yes, that is the other limitation on the weapons. Any of their moves, any of their special things they do, take up stamina. So when you run out of stamina, you're kind of
I'm a Beyblade.
Notice something else too.
what's that?
When you got this hammer equipped, you tumble slower.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I hadn't noticed. Pew 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 pew. Oh. Hey, don't hurt my... I don't have any weapons. Oh, I do have a weapon.
You can't hear me.
No! Monday, no! My best friend. Yeah, all the other weapons now are completely junk compared to the new weapons. They're like slow and weak. I was breaking down the damage. The hammer starts at 6 damage and goes all the way up to 22. Now keep in mind, the crossbow starts at 5 and goes up to 22. So it's just ridiculous. But then daggers, of course, were completely replaced by the dual daggers. Which, part of me feels like they could have kept in single daggers, so you could run that route still, but...
I think it's a glitch. I think, because you can still get them in chests. I still have a whole bunch.
Yeah, but I think once you pick them up and log out, because K&K is like that. We have a ton of chests and backpacks and stuff that have the old model weapons in them, and you can run around with the old, like legacy damage sword model. But then as soon as you log out, and I've tried putting them on wall mounts, putting them back into the chest. It's like as soon as you mess with them at all, they start getting widgy.
Interesting.
But whole lot of lag.
Yeah, I died and so I'm respawning. Okay, I'm finally.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where
Where did I respawn?
That's a good question.
Oh, way on the other side of the world.
Really? Is
No,
that?
I think I'm actually pretty close.
Are you at Cutler's Cove?
Yeah.
All right, we're coming to you. All right, everybody, let's take the bus to Cutler's Cove.
Is this where it's supposed to be? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Here comes Brock. That's crazy. That's awesome. That is something I had noticed recently as well, that the bus stations were working not flawlessly, but you know, when you gotta load as much stuff as we do, pretty well, way better than crashing the game.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
sound-
know if they've increased the capacity for complexity, but it definitely feels like it. But I could be wrong on that one.
Yeah, I haven't been on sadly. And to be completely honest, I have no plans for tonight other than us just, you know, showing off the new weapons, blah blah blah. You know, kind of going over what I had thought we'd do for spellcasters now with the new weapons, stuff like that.
Hey, since tonight is not really focused on story, would you like me to hold the recap for next week? That way it'll be more relevant to the story?
I'm trying to think because you know, there are like some little things to do around to, you know, like I was gonna do like a whole like welcome home thing, 17, and then who knows what will happen, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, I'm able to do it regardless, so it's up to you.
Is everybody here in Cutlass Cove now?
Yes.
Alright, if you folks want to join me down here, we'll pretend we just got off the Conquistador. And whenever you're ready, Monday.
Okay. Last week on Caverns Klombos, our heroes regrouped after successfully breaking Robert Poldrin, also known as 17, out of the rock. Once considered just an old ally, 17 revealed himself to be far more powerful and important than anyone had previously realized. With the escape behind them, the party had one clear goal: get Robert Poldrin to his brother. Before they could proceed, however, 17 explained that he couldn't face his brother without first retrieving his armor. He revealed to the group that before his imprisonment, he had commanded a powerful faction and oversaw an entire base under the Poldrin Empire. But things went wrong. He had been betrayed, and now he needed to reclaim his honor and get some revenge before reuniting with his brother. The party, easily convinced by 17's resolve and authority, set course for the old base, with 17 leading the way. Upon arrival, they encountered the very soldiers 17 had once led. Combat broke out almost immediately, and Monday pleaded with the group to use non-lethal force against 17's former allies, hoping to spare lives. But they quickly went out the window when 17 began respawning his enemies mid-battle. The group, recognizing this strategic advantage, followed his lead. On the battlefield, 17 proved to be a formidable force, a relentless warrior, cutting down any who stood in his way with terrifying ease. Gen, Spicy, Monday, and Brock all held their own, each contributing meaningfully to the fight and helping subdue the once loyal soldiers who had now become their enemies. Eventually, the group made it to a tall tower where most of the party began ascending. Wanting to catch up, Monday attempted a bold move, shooting themselves through an upper floor window to rejoin the team. Unfortunately, this maneuver backfired spectacularly, and Monday slammed into the side of the building instead of the window, spending the rest of the encounter writhing on the ground in complete and utter pain. Spicy noticed Monday's fall, and though initially amused, soon got a taste of karma, falling off the roof himself and landing right on top of Monday, severely injuring them both in the process. Meanwhile, Gen, Brock, and 17 handled the remaining resistance with precision. Once the area was secured, 17 confronted the last of the enemy's forces and coerced a confession out of them. It was Raven who had betrayed him. Raven, a once trusted comrade, had apparently gone mad and was now working for the story's mysterious big bad. With that revelation, the group took a moment to recover, Monday and Spicely eventually rejoining the others and set off for Raven's lair. There, the group faced Raven's minions and overcame them with relative ease. In the cinematic battle, they confronted Raven himself. After a hard-fought encounter, they defeated him and reclaimed 17's armor. With his gear restored and his honor partially mended, 17 proved beyond a doubt that he was not only a trustworthy, but an immensely powerful ally. It seems our heroes have truly earned his loyalty. Now, only one step remains, taking 17 to his brother, Captain Poltro. Which brings us to tonight's episode of Kaverns Klombos. Will our adventurers finally manage to reunite 17 with his long-lost brother? Or will it descend into complete and utter chaos? Find out tonight on Kaverns Klombos.
I was muted, but I said, heck yeah.
I got a little nervous. I was like, oh my god, have I not, did I disconnect or something?
Sorry, I was trying to figure out if I actually fixed the stream. The stream now has the right number and the right title. I did fix it earlier. That's super exciting. But yes, thank you, Monday. That was what we like to call Monday's Tuesday Madcap Recap. But yeah, we have rescued 17 from the rock and retrieved his armor from the pirates who betrayed him. How he ended up getting into the rock in the first place. And yeah, that's what's up. And now we return to Cutlass Cove to reunite 17 with his the captain of the Bloody Body. But yeah, as you guys float up to the dock, it's your typical rainy day in the shore. Town seems to be doing a lot better since you last saw it. In part, I'm sure, to your collective help over. Why is everything broken? Over the weeks prior to setting out. But yeah, 17, aka Robert, little brother Bobby, steps down the gangplank, and a lot of things change.
Yeah, mainly for the better. We invested some money in the port.
Says I've been gone a long time. There's a lot of things I haven't done.
Well, make sure you go to Juniper Berry's slurp hole while you're still here. The Drunken Raven.
Hey, you don't have a hammer yet. Put that thing away.
Also, I just have to say, I really feel like it's a missed opportunity that they never made a bow and arrow. Like, it's a two-handed weapon,
well,
and those exist in LEGO World, old school too.
We may get them now.
I hope so.
That's
In the files.
That's it. Yeah, the Batman files. But that's the other thing too. I think this is going to open up the road to another group of similar weapons, and because they're doing the heroes thing, they said already more heroes are coming. K&K is going to change a lot in the next few months for sure, and definitely over the course of the next year. Speaking of which, we started playing K&K for the first time on the 1st of July last year. And our 54th stream next week is on the 1st of July. Hey!
That's incredible.
Yep. So 1 year of K&K, you know, as they sorted out, you know, weapons and, you know, all the durabilities of things, etc. And then just when we finally got it figured out, they're like, you know what we should do? We should change it completely. You know, I mentioned last time, you know, being curious about how they plan to implement the classes and, you know, like how is there going to be level scaling in this world too, or is it going to be like a piece of equipment that we put on our character that allows us to use the abilities, or, you know, I'm curious. Very curious.
Be a talisman. Be an easy way to do it.
I'm hoping that they tie it together so that you have to like do other modes to unlock things, but also make it forgiving so like you don't have to play every mode every week type of thing.
Right. No ammo.
Also, they give us a way to leave Odyssey to go to expeditions, but they don't give us a way to go back. And I was really hoping that like all the essence that you collect in expeditions carried over.
Oh, that would be intense, actually.
It's also
I
not
wish
fair.
That'd be a good way to grind them up.
The expeditions
there
has like
definitely needs to
10,000
be a
essence.
shared. There definitely needs to be a shared currency between all the modes. That would be incredible.
Right. I was making the joke, I'm sure I've already made it to other last stream, but unlike every other week, I didn't have time to watch our last stream. I always rewatch the streams, and this week I just did not have the time. But you know, it's like you wanted to build something in Brick Life, and it took, you know, 5 wolf claws and, you know, whatever other material, but you didn't want to go fight wolves, and you could like post on a bulletin board, you know, like hero wanted kind of thing, you know. And somebody would go to Odyssey themselves, beat up 5 wolves, get you a match, bring them back, and get that currency, you know, for doing you the favor, you know, kind of thing.
That would be epic. A shared auction house almost, or not quite, not like a hero's,
Yeah.
literally like you just said.
Yeah. Or, you know, shoot, even an auction house would be fun, you know.
Yeah.
But all right. Let's go talk to Pauldron's brother, and then we'll go beat some stuff up, I guess. To that effect, I'm going to turn on enemies. You know what? I'll just spawn enemies. We don't need to deal with the nonsense. Because I got a feeling if I turn on enemies, there's a Klombo that's going to spawn right up over there on the edge of the village. He's going to try and crush my X made out of carpets. So, but yeah, you folks return 17 to his brother. Very, very excited to be reunited. Hold on, my AC should be making my room way colder than it is. Fun fact, it was 108 degrees here today in New England, which is insane. But anyways,
I saw that New York City is now classified as subtropical. As a subtropical weather zone.
I would not be shocked in the slightest. Hey, bad guy brought popcorn. Heck yeah, welcome to bad guy. But yeah, the
rain all day by me.
Can I turn down the in-game music by 30%? I absolutely can. So what happened, Abide, I was talking about it earlier. Let me know how that is. My capture card just stopped producing sound for some reason. I don't know why. So I had to add another audio channel. And apparently what I have it set to regularly is not right when it's listening to itself. This is all beyond me, Abide. I don't know. But yeah, let me know how that is for music. Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks. But yeah, so where are we at? Captain Pauldron, uh, you know, says that he's more than happy to keep his end of the deal. You know, that you'll always have safe harbor here in Cutlass Cove and under the protection of the Bloody Bottom. The capture card still works, it just doesn't want to produce sound for some reason. I think it's probably something in Streamlabs. But, anyhow, you folks have anything you would like to say or ask or do of the captain?
It was an honor to serve you, Captain. If you ever decide to become an admiral, I'll lead one of your ships for you.
Says I appreciate that. I appreciate everything you've done, bringing my little baby brother back. He said, if there's anything ever you folks need, you let us know.
I'd like to look at the captain and I say, mysteriously and cryptically, there are unknown forces at work, and someday sooner than you think, we might have to take you up on that offer. But it is for the security and the good of this realm.
Are you fishing while you're telling him this?
Good day for fishing, isn't it?
Yeah. Now the sun's out. Yeah. He says he knows the world is headed a dark way, and that it brings him hope to see a group like yourselves.
And with that, I bid Captain Pauldron adieu, and I look at my party members, and I just walk out, hoping they're gonna follow, but not knowing, and secretly trying to hide the insecurities that I have.
All right. Anybody else?
Looks like we're heading out. Take good care of Juniper for me.
As I exit the door of the front of the building, I just let out a yell, and I yell, "His name is Robert Pauldron!" And I laugh, and I just walk off with the party.
Throughout the whole entire building, you hear, "His name was Robert Pauldron." And as you guys wander off, 17 comes out on the balcony, and he's looking down at you, and he's like, "Oh hey, I never asked you why you got an axe? Isn't that for like chopping wood?"
It's served me well so far.
He's like,
I just treat minifigs as wood. I'm gonna chop them.
That's pretty good. What's this got on it? Oh, I can't give you that one. Here, I'm just gonna give you a generic one. We can ramp them up here in a minute. See, if it has 2 slots on it, we're good to go. Ah, it doesn't. Here you go.
Whoa. This thing's wicked.
He drops it on the ground, and he's like, you look like you're a big enough guy to carry this.
Picks it up with one hand, tests the weight on it, swinging it around. Yeah.
He says, I call it the brick separator.
Brick separator. I like it.
Once we make you your actual one, we'll go ahead and throw force on it, you know, all that fun stuff. Force but not damage. So the hammer, what I wanted to do with that, and keep in mind all these rules are temporary until they change the game again. So I'm going to treat hammers, like wood hammers, as simple weapons, which means any of you can use a wood hammer. A green hammer is a martial weapon, so you need to be like a fighter class to use a green hammer. And then a blue hammer is exactly how it looks in game. It's just a giant block of metal on the end of a stick. So in order to use that, you have to be a martial class and you have to have a will of 8 or higher. Which means you could have it right off the bat, first level, but you would have to dump all of your points into, uh, your will. You'd have to take from wit and whimsy in order to do it. So you'd be, a blunt instrument all around. Let's just put it that way. But then,
Hey, Spicy, do me a favor. Tumble real quick. I want to see if I'm right on that. Dodge roll. Look how slow I dodge roll with this thing.
Do a barrel roll.
I don't see it. I think you just feel slower because the hammer takes up so much space visually. Yeah, no, you're totally evenly matched when Spicy's rolling as well. But yeah, so 17 gives you the hammer, and whoa, how do you have something in your offhand?
That's strong.
Is that a thing? I need some of these. And then what can I put in my offhand? No, I want it in my offhand. Oh, it is in my offhand. How are you doing that, Monday?
Doing what?
On my screen, you're holding a slurp jar in your offhand and have a dagger in your other hand.
Yeah, that's what I have equipped. Just a single dagger and a slurp jar.
How?
Wait, I'm so confused. What do you mean?
Legacy equipment.
How did?
I'm about to equip my single dagger too. I have 2 of them.
Wait, did they change?
Nice.
Wait, did something change?
Yeah, you can't make single daggers anymore.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, you can only make the dual daggers.
Whoa! I did not realize that.
So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, crazy as that is. Yeah, Abide, check out the new mode, check out the new weapons. It is quite fun. But yeah, you can't make single daggers anymore. So, that being the case, if those stay around as legacy items, and
I guess real. I'm sorry.
oh,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say also, just if you are going to complete the quests in Odyssey to get the new weapons, make sure to craft a rare weapon, because they're gonna tell you to kill like slicers and some other things, and if you use an epic, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
so you need to use the rare.
But you don't need to use rare. I did it with wooden. It just has to not be the epic.
Right.
But yeah.
Actually, I found a workaround for that. Just use a wood handle.
Oh.
Interesting.
Muy interesante.
Right. Who'd have thunk it?
But I was just saying it because I saw a bike guy, and he hasn't played, and he hasn't gotten the weapons yet, so.
Yeah. But yeah, that being the case, 17 offers to, oh, we lost Monday.
No, I'm logging right back in. Sorry about that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. On my screen, you just went poop into the ether. But 17 wants to give Monday and Spicy daggers, matching daggers as well. So Monday, when you come back, and Spicy, since you're here, if you want to make yourself a set of dual daggers that matches whatever daggers you want, I'm fine with that. And then Remy, to and well, everybody who is doing a spellcaster of any type, we're going to use the guns, the new dual pistols. The caveat being that every 4 levels you level up is what color gun you get to use to represent your spells. And if you have a spell that has, like vampiric touch or something, then you can have a set of guns with that spell, on it, by doing vampirism or whatever. Et cetera, et cetera. Like, you have a lightning spell, you can put zap on your guns if you have, whatever.
Fourth, knockback.
Yep, stuff like that. So Monday for like knocks, would have pistols with like knockback on them, like heavier knockback probably for like thunderbolt and stuff. But yeah, only 1 rune though per set of guns. So you can't have, just all your stuff on one thing. So you have to like swap out, you can't just like have something with healing and, damage and zap and, and like I said, all this stuff is just what I could come up with while I was at work. So when they change the game again in a week, all of this might, go completely the way of the dodo. Hey, what's up, July? But for now, that means everybody has a upgrade of some variety to their character, whether they are a wizard or a melee type or a sneaky type.
So it appears that my legacy dagger does remain after logging out and logging back in.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. I'm gonna put it in my bag, inventory, and I'm gonna just keep it until we get back to our home base. And then I think I'm gonna frame it, and then maybe during an epic occasion, I'll take it out and use it.
Right on.
I also noticed.
Here to test something real quick.
I also just noticed that it used to be, I think, if you jump from a high enough like ledge and you did like an attack, whether it was like a pickaxe, you didn't take damage, but now you do.
Did you just see that?
Really?
So,
We put knockback 3 on the blasters. Stay still for a sec, Tom. Force push.
Right. Here, hit my shield with that. Oh, you gotta cool down first.
it's super long cooldown.
Yeah.
Not as long in expeditions.
I wonder if you drink one of the things that extend your stamina, if it extends your bullet time.
That's a good question. But the guns have, in addition to their rapid fire, if you jump and hit trigger, left trigger in the air drone, you do like a little blast thing. Or is it dodge?
Yeah, it's bullet time type stuff.
Yeah,
It's,
it does like a
it's
little
like using shield.
explosion.
Yeah.
But then also when you run, he does the little spin maneuver. Yep, that guy.
Grab Lyric stuff.
And you guys both know how the daggers work out, right?
Yep.
Shoo. 0 damage. That was more than 0. But yeah, so Monday you would just have your regular like berserk on your daggers. And spicy you would have damage on yours. I think right now we're at 2nd level runes, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
4-1-9.
if those are that's your vampirism, that's your spider leg one, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and keep vampirism on as well. But yeah, you guys just want to go cause a ruckus outside of town somewhere? You can go beat some stuff up.
I want to see how much damage this hammer does to a golem.
All right, we're about to find out. Gotta go find a nice secluded area that isn't full of my builds. It's harder than you'd think. All right. Let's see. Where did I get all these banana pancakes from? Banana pancakes. Alright, let's see. We gotta get a couple of these guys, because they're just terrible. Alright. We need some monsters. Do. Let's see if you can make a banana split. Got some bears. We'll grab a couple fruits.
It's crazy. You can mine with it.
You can what?
You can mine with it.
Oh, yeah, the new weapons like the hammer is just obscene for harvesting stuff with. It's too much almost. Alright, there you go, Sean. Toss a couple of them out there for you. Oh, they're mad at you folks. Watch out, cow! They were
15
synced
per
up pretty
basic
good.
attack.
Boom.
23 on a jump attack.
Oh wow.
You got.
You got.
You're gonna need to make a death saving throw. I'm not gonna pick you up if you don't.
I gotta
It's just these new weapons are just obscene. Like
yeah, the
even
hammer's super.
even like throwing multiple guys at you is not gonna solve this problem of these weapons. I missed. Uh-huh.
The stagger on things is insane for the golem.
Yeah.
It seems
feel
like
like
it's
the
staggering them faster with force on it.
Let's see. I wonder how many bears they'll let me throw at the same time.
Those don't look like bears.
And daggers are definitely like lackluster, and I like them a lot, but they don't. Woo!
Ow! Everybody watch out.
Someone will get me up before I die.
Oh, coming. Whoa! Dun, dun, dun.
Ah, sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
Alright. These guys are still mean. Oh, that is a wide blast. I don't remember it being like that. Wow, thank you.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys talked about it while I was while I had that thing going on for a second, but I don't know if it's just me, but I'm pretty sure brutes like they upped the spawn rate. Like I'm encountering them so frequently now.
Yeesh. Their timing is like weird now. I think he sees you.
Yep. Oh,
I don't wanna.
Monday help.
I'm coming.
Spicy, you're good. Yeah, Spicy.
Yay.
That needed to end. Oh no, drone. Oh, well, all this is happening. 17 is just laughing and laughing and laughing. He's having the time of his life. My menu rarely works for some reason. A couple of those couldn't hurt, right? You guys are cool with this, right?
Yeah.
You don't mind teleporters with big hammers.
I don't mind them until Trone knocks me 50 feet in the air and respawns me accidentally.
These guys are brutal. The ones that throw those little balls are so nasty.
I think the worst for
these are
me.
the chopper ones that do the teleport tomahawk chop.
Ah,
The worst for me are the teleporty guys with the pickaxes, but only because on my private survival server, I tend to build a lot of bases without the villages, so they'll randomly like spawn in, and they do the power jump attack now, and they have taken out so many of my structures. Like it has been frustrating.
Oh, I bet. No, they are just everywhere now. There's not a lot to be done about it.
Till we start getting the
You cut out in the middle of whatever you were saying. Who's down? Oh no, Monday!
Yeah,
I was coming.
they like exploded next to me.
Lag.
Oh, I think this is my fault. I'm sorry. My bed is still at the other place.
Lag.
Do.
after this lag spike, we'll all be dead.
yep.
You're welcome, everyone. Look how powerful I am. I have the power of lag.
There was disturbance in the
lag,
force.
the lag gives me time to catch up with chat, though. I did a Storm King run using 3 weapons made of Shatterhorn, and they're so OP. Yeah, the Shatterhorn weapons with the zap on them, that's crazy. Hey, what's up, Aiden? How are you tonight? But yeah, by the laser guns, massive, and the multi fire, the full auto, and the, et cetera, et cetera. It would be pretty awesome. I like that even when you're in a lag spike, the world keeps going on. Like the moon is still rising. It's, becoming night,
That is kind of crazy. It's taken
Interesting.
forever for me to reload in, but I'm going to
Yeah.
use this opportunity to hop in the bathroom real quick. I will be right back.
All right.
Oh. I got to move a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Daylight. Ow.
Oh,
That was scary.
That was intense.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna die.
Gotta love the lag spikes.
No! I didn't mean to throw you, I'm
Jesus.
sorry. Oh god, they found us!
Yeah, they did.
Ah!
Oh, they dropped a building on me.
Escape.
Hey, July. Thanks for the
Oh
like.
no.
I'm about to die, and I'm all the way.
I'm just staying in the air.
Oh!
I think it's time for me to craft.
I think it's time to fly.
I'm gonna craft a gun now. I want myself a pew pew. I got a pew pew now.
And I bled out.
Sorry, bud.
I'm about to.
There's so many of them.
I'm about to die. Eat faster.
Who did this to us?
Oh, wow, big brain play on
Oh.
my part. I put my bed down at Cutlass Cove.
Oh no. I'm deed.
No.
Oh no,
Jesus.
it's a Thunderlord
Wow,
run.
there's so many. I lagged out again.
No, drone.
I gotta go real quick. I got no life. I need to heal.
This was a
need to
mistake. I'm gonna respawn. I'm right on top of two Thunderlords.
I need to make
Oh no!
better food.
I was consumed by the Storm King. I don't even remember.
Make a bunch of these.
I can't even imagine the last time I died in this.
I wish I could say that. I think I accidentally get respawned almost every episode.
I should have took something else.
I think it's really funny because I really enjoy playing the Monkey Paw. It's a lot of fun, but also I suck at combat in general. So it's like really funny being like a martial character, but like also bad at the game mechanics.
Right. I spawned all the way back at Tudor Royalton.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna spawn this time.
I'm gonna try and come to Cutlass Cove. Everybody cross your fingers for respawning and bus travel at the same time.
It spawned me at location at the place from last week. I'm gonna wait until you bus, and then I will bus myself back as well.
I'll just cancel it. We can go together. I'm pretty
Cool.
sure.
Do I have to be at your bus station, or does it not
Nope.
matter?
Just at the bus station.
Awesome. Awesome. I will go
Let me
to the
know when you're
nearest
at a
one
bus
now.
station. Man. So I was saying earlier, when I got out of work at 5 o'clock in the evening, it was 108 degrees. The average temperature this time of year up here is like 80 degrees.
Jeez.
That's about how it is here too. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
wild. And tomorrow, we actually got a weather warning for temperatures up to 111 tomorrow.
That's insane.
Yep.
I grew up in Florida, and it would hit 104 occasionally, but
Right.
being in New York for a couple decades is a totally different game.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm at a bus station.
Alrighty. Can you join?
It will not let me join. It just says view map now.
What? I could
Yeah,
swear.
it's okay. I'll just wait until you do it, and then I'll take it. But that is good to know, though.
Yeah. I could have swore Syria and I used to do it, but I guess not.
They could have changed it, because I mean, I feel like the
And, like,
one
yeah.
thing I am a little frustrated about is they definitely did a lot of changes without like telling us what they did.
Right. Yeah, I would love to see like actual full patch notes at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like it's cool they do their little like article style thing, but I want to see like actual, you know, change logs almost. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like,
you know,
it's
I
like
wanna
they
know
didn't
the
even
percentages they change stuff by. I want to know the, you know what I mean? Like, and when like,
100%.
you know, oh, thruster durability is 500% now. You know what I mean? Like,
The balloons
Yeah,
and stuff you can like.
that was the worst part of it is they didn't even like give us hints. They didn't even say like, by the way, vehicles are now valuable again. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Balloons take like 5 hits to destroy.
That's crazy. I'm actually gonna whip out some balloons and give them a crack now.
I will say
Um,
one thing I liked about a totally different game, but GTA 5 Online
Holy
was
crap.
that the game they always had like little things that like you just kind of I guess figured out on your own. Like when you're driving, it's like if you hit a certain I think direction on the D-pad, you'll like duck behind the steering wheel. But it's like you would never really see that unless you were paying attention or like how to like. It's like they had things like if you did first person mode, normally if you were aiming and you would strafe back and forth, it'd be really slow. But in first person mode, it was like fast. But they had like all these like little like tricks. Like if you're aiming the gun and you have like grenades also selected, you can like while you're aiming throw a grenade too. But it was all these like little weird button combos.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't know, it's just like fun when you can like not when things change. That's a kind of annoying, although it kind of keeps people on their toes. But like when a game has like all these like hidden little like extra things that you're like, oh, I guess I thought this was. It's like almost feels like a glitch or something, but it's like they leave it
Right.
in.
Right. Alright, so I just figured something out, I think.
See how strong they are.
Well, that's with a wooden crossbow. If I go up to a metal crossbow, and if I go up to a higher crossbow, you can one-shot them.
Oh,
So I think they may be leaning us towards something like, we saw where when you had the hammer, you were harvesting stone really quick, and then the machete harvests, you know, plants
that's
and
true.
wood really quick. I wonder if, now things are gonna be susceptible to piercing damage and slashing damage and bludgeoning, if they're gonna
Yeah.
break it down like that, which would actually be awesome for our purposes, to be honest with you. Because your bow now would do, okay,
The
it
charge
does.
attack smashes, does it?
What's that? Try not to chop up down if you can help it. Um, the what were you saying?
I was just saying that I was able to smash a rock with the dagger charge, but now I can't.
Mm. Hey, with with the chopping up my town.
Like going like that.
No, I know. Knock it off. Stop chopping up my town.
Sorry.
We need that terrain for
Oh,
immersion.
okay. Well, like I said, I can't break the rocks. Just the plants. They grow back.
Yeah, no, not at all. Nope, never have actually.
What? I guess you're. Yeah.
Get rid of all of these. Give me all of my stuff back. All right. But if you guys want to make guns, for your spells and whatnot, feel free. I honestly don't know what spells you guys have because I've long since stopped keeping track. But if you want to make yourselves a handful of guns, uh, and then, oh, is that with the knockback on those guns?
I think so.
Pink. Oh. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, level 2 runes for whatever you put on your guns, stuff like that. And if you will excuse me for a moment, I will be right back.
I can never get the rune that I want to get. Come on, knockback.
It is like my air conditioning isn't even working. Or it's like a normal day, but if I didn't have the air conditioning on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm totally exaggerating, obviously, but it shouldn't be this warm in my house, ever. Unless, you know, there's a blizzard, then I'd be so happy it was this temperature.
You said the guns can be used for spells. And what level would we be at now then for spells?
Let's see, you guys are somewhere between 10th level and 14th level. So
So
if you want to just go ahead and say we're 12, that would be blue guns.
blue, okay.
Yeah. And then second level runes on them. You know, and then of course you still have your healing gun and all that fun stuff.
Right.
But for stuff like your flame strike and, you know, whatever, that would be your guns now.
How many slots do you get? Rune slots?
It depends on what the spell does, really. You know what I mean? Like if you have
Oh,
something that, you know, uh, and of course it would have to be a ranged damage spell, obviously. So, you know, just go through your spell list for both Musa and Gen individually, and, you know, whatever you got in there. I'm sure you have something like some kind of magic arrow or something for Gen at the very least, you know what I mean? So,
right.
um,
No, but I mean like the slots you put on the gun. The rune.
right. That's what I'm saying. It
Oh.
would depend on the spell.
Oh.
So, like, if you have something that, you know, say does concussive whatever, you know what I mean? You could put force on it and, you know, like for example, though, Yusa would have heal. he'd have his
Right.
class runes on there as well. So at least 2, I guess.
Okay.
You know, put as many slots on them as you want, as long as they're blue, and then, you know, like I was saying, as you go through your spell list, you know, just whatever
Okay.
appropriate thing you think should go on there. You know, maybe you have a spell that does a lot of damage, you can go ahead and put the damage in there. You know what I mean? Like whatever the spell is appropriate for the spell. Like I trust you guys at this point, and like I was saying, this is probably all gonna change next week, so I'm not super concerned about what happens in the interim, you know? That's the other thing too. Now we have the all the Shatterhorn weapons from the Storm King. You know, the sword and the pickaxe. Excuse me. And they were the first 2 weapons to have like abilities, and I think it's gonna expand. I think we are gonna be able to like throw the lightsaber and stuff like that coming up. So.
So, like for magic missile, a marble pistol with damage 2 for a total of 4 damage would be like logical.
No. No. Because you're already blasting everything to snot with a pair of pistols. Like a pair of pistols for magic missile would be. You're not.
But if you're upcasting it,
Uh, that's kind of why you have blue pistols instead of gray pistols.
yeah.
Like the scaling of the gun is both your like level, you know, and power getting upgraded, but also, you know, you being able to upscale those spells. Like I said, it's
Why am I being kidnapped?
I don't know how to set you down. I'm so sorry.
all the buttons are on the screen.
I'm so sorry.
He killed me and kidnapped me.
I didn't know I picked you up and I just went flying away. And then I'm like, oh my god, Spicy's with me.
That's not my icon. What's going on? So yeah, like I was saying, you know, because we could like get down to the nitty gritty and be like, okay, you know, your magic missiles is a gray pistol and your, you know, acid arrow is a, you know what, you know, but no, that's too complicated. So I figured the best thing to do is just, you know, now every 4 levels you get a new gun to represent your spells. So, you know, when you hit 16, you know, next you'll go up to, you know, purple guns, and then when you hit level 20, all your spells will be gold guns. You know, like I was saying, there's the limitations on the hammers for who can use them. Daggers, pretty much everybody can use for the most part, but you know, we'll have to figure something out because there's almost no point in using a sword anymore, you know, stuff like that. But the guns, I figure, are kind of limited to spellcasters, and then, but you know, you'll still be able to use the like musket and the flintlock pistol and stuff like that. We'll say that any Star Wars weapons you find are like wands, you know, like magic wands or, you know, whatever spell, and you can just use them until they run out. You don't get another one. What else?
I did not realize you could do the dash and the, like, I didn't realize there was like a special.
For the daggers?
Yeah, for everything. I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed that.
When you hit block and attack, you do the little spinny. What was that?
That's the same. It's the block and attack with the gun.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you jump. Yeah. And So, that will also help our squishy spellcasters get out of, that's their special magical dodge, get out of there kind of thing. So, our spellcasters are now going to be like gunslingers, to an extent. They're going to be, it'll be, I think, more fun to play the class if you have, different weapons that you can cycle through and, like you're using different spells and also, effective damage as opposed to, and because the cooldown is so much longer, that's, I figure that's a decent representation as well. So. Time we got here, 9:20. You guys want to get into anything in particular? You got any questions, or you want to just go beat up some more stuff?
I just want to I'm gonna drop these guns. You tell me what you think for like spell reasons.
Let me clear my inventory. Quite full. Something I noticed the other day cleaning out my inventory though, if you stand in your pile of things long enough to empty an entire inventory, you pick everything back up. Slowly, over time. It's like it stopped thinking like, oh, this,
So that would be like Wall of Fort and or Vampire Touch.
You're cutting out. It would be Vampire Touch and what?
Vampiric Touch, Lightning, and Wall of Force.
Yeah, that works for me. And yeah, and any spells like Illumination that don't actually grant you, a benefit, like, go ahead and put those on too, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I was just doing it so I could color code the gun so I know what spell they're associated with.
great. And then, cantrips will do the same thing as we did before. It can be, just E11 or whatever that, you use at your leisure, in live combat. And we'll do 2 per long rest for Arcane, and then 1 per long rest for the other classes. Because you have a way more damage output with your cantrips than the other classes do. For the most part, they're like, fix the hole in my sock, stuff like that. But all right, any other questions? How does everybody feel about
Fireball
the...
would be like stink bottles, right?
Yeah, for now, for sure, yeah. Yeah, and then any area effect stuff like that, we can play by ear, I may tell you one day to whip out a bowcaster, to blah blah blah, or I may be like throw out, X amount of dynamite barrel, but we'll just play it by ear. We'll see when you finally get Fireball, I guess. What else? Yeah, so, trying to think. Oh, right, yeah. Force, but not damage on your hammers, I already mentioned. Something else I've been thinking about a bunch. Our will stat. Part of me feels like either we need to divide will into 2 like sub classes of will, or we need to have a 4th stat. Because right now, for example, if Spicy, tries to pick a lock, he uses his will skill and his bonus for his high will, but then Brock also has a super high will. So, yeah, he can as easily pick a lock as Spicy, you know what I mean? It doesn't, like, it's always kind of bothered me a little bit, so...
It wouldn't be him picking the lock, it would be him smashing it then.
Yeah, that's fair. But, and that was kind of the explanation that we used before, for like, persuasion and intimidation, it was, the technique that the each one used. But yeah, we'll figure it out, because you know, like I said, I haven't made any final decisions, and it's been really hard to pin anything down because I know that all these major changes are coming, you know. So I could finish the book tonight and have to rewrite it, you know, on the 17th the next month, you know. So like I've been saying, super curious to see how this all gets implemented into Odyssey. There's a lot of things.
Especially if they add the classes.
What was that?
Especially if they add the classes.
Oh yeah. For example, the cheerleader chick who turns into a storm beast, like that would be a really cool thing for a barbarian to be able to do. You know what I mean? Like to actually rage, you know, or whatever. But the balancing of it all obviously is going to have to change. I mean, if people are just going and erasing the Storm King and he's supposed to be like an end boss, you know, stuff like that.
That just
you
means
know,
new end bosses will be scaled to the level of the new items.
yeah, I mean, you know, that's what I would like to presume as well. But you know, then it makes all these other, you know, enemies pointless. You know, what's the point of beating up the Storm King? You know what I mean? If you can just go in there and be like, bzzz, and done. You know, one and done. You know, because like the sword and the pickaxe are cool, but they're not that cool. You know, especially if you have to replace them every time. But like I was saying, I think we're gonna see a lot of secondary abilities with more weapons coming up. And you know, if they do stuff with the spear or they upgrade, you know, different stuff. It's funny because like I realize there's a point that's gonna come where we're gonna have to pretty much start over again because things are gonna be so, you know what I mean? And on the bright side, you know, we're like 3/4 of the way through this campaign already, so you know, I think it'll all line up in time for a fresh story. But yeah, it's been a super interesting ride. Like I was saying, next week it'll have been a year. And
That's so crazy.
Hey,
yeah.
Sorry, hate to interrupt. Hey, Tom, I just got called into work to work a third shift, so I've got to hop off. I
shoot.
apologize.
No, that's all right, bud. If there was a night to miss, it's tonight.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Man.
Had fun. Talk to y'all guys
Absolutely,
later.
bro. We'll catch up with you
Good one,
soon.
See you later,
Spicy.
Spicy.
All right.
Everybody be sure to check out Spicy Plays on YouTube. Oh, that's the other thing we were talking about, the new Blitz mode in BR. I haven't even had a chance to try it yet because I've just been so busy. But do you guys play much BR or anything?
Only if my son asks me. Not one of my
Right.
first go-tos.
Yeah. This season is ridiculously hard. You know, people have figured out just obscene combos. You know, even people who are, you know, that I consider at least way better than me have the same complaint. It seems like, you know, just getting erased in matches where, you know, once upon a time, you know, we would win 3, 4, 5 back to back. You know, but it's we lost Monday.
Yeah, I think Trone just mowed me down.
Drone.
It's okay. We've been playing a hostile tag for quite a bit now.
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
9-year-old has about 60 crown victories right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they in Blitz they carry over to your totals, right?
That's just this
I'll
season.
subscribe.
This kick move with the hammer is just so ridiculous because it hits multiple times. Uh-oh. Oh, I have stamina.
I'm not sure what's going on tonight, but I have to use the bathroom again. I'll be right back again.
You're alright. Alright. So, I also can't believe that I mentioned it twice and no one said anything about the name of the pirates.
What about the pirates?
The
Yeah, what about the pirates?
Pauldron's, the name of Pauldron's crew, the Bloody Bottoms.
Oh, I thought they just had a bad night of slurp.
Yikes. But yeah, the joke was going to be that they couldn't think of anything scarier. Yeah, take that piece of wood.
Looks like it works in Odyssey also, the hot swapping of the blasters.
Oh, so that for the cooldown time?
Yeah, so if you have multiple blasters, by the time you get to the third one, the first one's already refreshed.
Mm-hmm. Well, now what? Oh no, I threw Monday off the roof. No, let me revive Monday. But yeah, if anyone in the chat was curious, the Bloody Bottoms refers to keel hauling. That's a, you know, like drag them on the bottom of the ship. Bloody Bottom. It's not a dirty reference at all. And I expect more
Did I
from
do
the
something
chat.
wrong?
What's that?
I only have rare blasters. Monday's got a gem one.
Yeah, this all from just playing around really. They don't actually have that. That's just from when we were all checking out the different weapons and whatnot. I can't revive Monday. No, what's going on? Ryan. Oh, safe.
Here's my
Here's
summon dragon spell.
I think it's so crazy.
up there. Yeah. Zoom.
I still like the unicorn.
Yep. Prime Minister Buttercakes. Yeehaw.
Well, that's really good too, actually, for a unicorn.
For a horse.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And you gotta put wings on it, so it's a Pegasus.
Right. Oh yeah, we have plans for sure.
But the question is, do Pegasi, is that the plural? Pegasi, do they have horns or just unicorns?
Just unicorns.
So Pegasus,
Alicorns have
have
horns.
wings.
Yeah.
Who does?
Alicorns. Alicorns are the unicorns with the horn and the wings.
Oh.
He's so buoyant. I'm just
Well, you know
kidding,
that
he's not
because an
buoyant
elf-
at all.
An elf I had in a campaign a long time ago was a
Dragon.
Alicorn rider.
I have
Oh,
air.
I never heard of those before.
Whoa. Okay, for a second I was wicked glitched out. And I was still in the water. But the vehicle was responding to the buttons I was pushing. And it was up in the air. Stand. I wonder if I can replicate that glitch and make it happen on purpose. And grab your seat. Oh well, it's not important. I'm surprised Monday's not back.
I am sorry. I just realized
Oh,
I
yeah.
was muted.
Oh, right. I was like, I put all this effort into kidnapping them, and now that
I was wondering where I was.
oh, cram. A lot of visual glitches. Gonna be okay though. I was just fused into that building for a moment. I just got a whole lot of XP for something. Boink. The Daily Blunderbuss. Man, they're just cranking out the XP. I don't even know what's going on.
Take it. I think it's funny when people are like, oh, you can go to this special thing and just like farm experience. I'm like, no thanks. I play LEGO Fortnite.
Right. Yeah, I saw someplace on Reddit, somebody was like, holy cow, you're level 100 already, blah, 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 blah. Like, how? I'm like, dude, I'm like level 167, and I didn't play for the last week. Like, do, 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 do. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Do you remember that time you guys came to this island and then got this whole place up?
I do, very vividly.
That was pretty funny.
It was. We didn't really ask any questions. We just kind of started shooting cannons.
Yeah. You just like snuck up, met some, like you didn't even meet the dude. You just like snuck up onto their island, knocked him out, and then blew up the whole town. It's pretty impressive.
It is crazy.
Good time. Ugh. That took hardly any damage at all. So what do you guys want to do for a 1-year anniversary?
Fight something epic.
You got any ideas?
What if Zarya starts escalating the impact of his deeds on the realm, and maybe perhaps there's a few more like bosses that he empowers somehow that we have to go and dispatch.
Distinct possibility. The sad thing is all the bosses we have, you know, are all easy peasy now thanks to the new weapons.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully
Um,
that'll change though.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you know, of course, along with all the, you know, hero stuff and, you know, classes, yada yada, we're supposed to be getting all the enemies as well, which hopefully means they're going to be re-tiering everything else, like we were saying earlier with the weapon classifications and, you know, stuff like that.
I unfortunately have some bad news though that I'm not gonna be here next one.
What?
I know. Yeah. That week is like my son is off from daycare, and
Oh,
we're
right
going
on.
on like a little mini vacay.
Heck yeah.
So
You
yeah,
know,
I'm not gonna be close to a computer. Otherwise, I
you
would.
doing some beach stuff or something?
Yeah,
Heck
basically.
yeah. Awesome. It's the time for it.
Yeah, that's usually the week before 4th of July. The week after is like it's like usually like that's what I usually block off for the summer,
Right
make it
on.
like a little mini vacay. But I didn't even realize that it's gonna be on the freaking anniversary of Kaverns and Klombos.
That's all right. Uh, it'll give me time to prepare what comes next in the campaign for everyone. Uh,
Yeah,
but you'll be missed, obviously.
I will miss you guys. I will.
But
Maybe
yeah,
I'll try drop in on my phone through the stream.
right.
I can watch.
Just the ghost of Remy. You can just jump in
Yeah,
Discord and chat with us, but you just can't
yeah,
play.
that's true.
Could be
But
fun.
I take it really serious, and I'm the ghost. And I'm just like ooh the whole time.
Heck yeah. You can be the ghost of Christmas past or something. You know.
Yeah,
We'll do another holiday special.
yeah, really.
Cameoing as himself, Remy. uh, but yeah, we'll see. The game, you know, seems to be like we were saying. They seem to be coalescing into some like, you know, broader idea, collecting all the pieces from the other parts. So, you know, obviously, you know, the big draw to Lego is the building. You know, so hopefully that stays first and foremost in the thing, and you know, it doesn't get too like, you know, grindy or, you know, necessarily, you know, like a action RPG. I hope it stays RPG, you know, because
It's like I feel like sometimes like I'm like on the search for like a really like an MMO RPG. Like right
right,
now I'm playing Albion, but
yeah,
like I always like look at all these other games. I'm like this game would be so cool if it was an MMO. Like
yeah,
I'm always thinking that,
yeah, yeah,
and like Lego Fortnite. I feel like I'm like it's cool that there's 4 people. Like you could play with up to 7. But I'm
yeah,
like, man, it'd be really cool if like there was like an actual world of like that was like,
right,
at least hundreds of people.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like thinking the only way they'd be able to do that probably is like if they limited the building. But like, you know what? What if they limited the building to just your own like personal house, and then you have like almost like a Palea type game, but like with the adventuring and stuff like that. And I
right.
don't know.
Or like you could buy property that you can like expand over time, so you know you can,
Yeah.
you know, make
So
your
it's like
house
it keeps it.
bigger.
Yeah.
You have a garage. You have, you know, you need to get a garage to build a car or stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so they can kind of keep the building a bit more controlled, almost like a brick
Right.
life, where it's like they show you the cap, you kind of work with that, but then you
Right.
can go off and be in a world with like hundreds of other people.
Yeah, yeah.
I went too far underwater and died.
Really? In
Yeah.
What happened?
your uh your dragon? I didn't even
Yeah.
get to see it.
All of a sudden, you start seeing me do cartwheels underwater, and then it respawned me.
Oh no. I don't even see.
Oh, the
Where
dragon
did...
shattered.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that's no good. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed to find there was no place to put a seat actually on the back of the dragon. But I made do with some fence pieces.
Put a floor backwards on the side of it.
Really wish you could just remove the stand. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what's kind of cool? I realized the other day I was building, and I found if you go to the pillars and you go down, I found in the beams, the melodical beam 01, 02, and 03 are literally like the flat, like we have a 4-piece, which is kind of cool because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh snap. I just remember that when I used to build like real Legos, like I used to always love that piece. It's like it's so useful. There it
And
is.
then with the first order, we got the same piece.
Oh snap! And then hold on, what's this guy doing? Oh, he's done. And then the other thing I thought
We
was a
got
really good
that
piece.
one. Also
And here's
first
another.
order.
If you hold on, let's see. If you go like this, say for instance, you drop one of these. Well, hold on. Now I gotta like put something like this down, and then like, say you have something like this. Right now. Yeah. Okay. Something like this. You could put this. But then, if you get, I think I could do it. If you, where is it? You get one of these pieces, I think. I think I might put something like that there. Maybe? Let's see. And then basically what I was saying is like there's a way to finagle. Let's see, will this work this way? I think I gotta put it the other way to do it. Yeah, hold on.
What you trying to do?
I just made a
It's just-
submarine.
No. I'm just showing how I have this one light piece. I guess I don't have to like, it's a first order light.
Ooh.
But this piece here, but if you get it with the thing, you can change it, but it's a single piece.
Oh.
So like you can cover single points with it.
Yeah.
So I was using it as that, and it's like just a 1 point.
And its hitbox is just, holy cow, that's amazing.
So,
Yeah.
but like here, I got to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was excited about that because I was like, oh, they gave us a 1 piece to cover like, yeah. So like if you put down, so say for instance, you can go like this, and you'd be like, I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to find something to give an example.
Like me.
Let's see. Like something like this, I guess. And then like if you had like,
That's so cool. Oh.
yeah, and then like you
Holy.
can.
What the? Sorry.
I can't get it now. I don't know. Usually,
I broke it.
what I'm saying is I was able to
broke
rotate
everything.
it. That's okay.
I
This
broke
is just an
everything.
ugly mess of nonsense. But I was trying to get this light piece to go vertical, and you can use it as on top of things as a beacon.
Yeah. If we restack those, I think we restack.
I don't know why it's not.
This is the most
Oh,
durable
maybe.
Switch I've ever seen in my
That's what I'm
life.
saying, man. These things are.
This is too much now. Though to be fair, when I set off all those traps in the vaults, that would have been actually pretty handy if all my switches didn't blow up every time.
I'm surprised this one doesn't go sideways. I'm having trouble with that. Usually you can, but you know.
Meow, 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 meow. Well, that's weird.
But either way, like I said, you could use this to like cover the tops of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You can even just put them like this. You know, and just. There you go.
This is crazy, bro. Why is he so strong?
Yeah, look how strong that shit is. That's retarded.
I'm
That's
gonna-
gotta be bugged.
I'm gonna
That's
have
gotta
to start
be bugged.
using the Shatterhorn pickaxe for everything.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Special.
But
Oh,
what
you know
time we
what
got
it
here?
must be? Yo, what is? You know what's stupid? You could just no. You don't even just. You know, I'm just gonna punch it. Oh no, you can't even punch it. Doesn't even work good.
And I gotta go check out Tron's submarine. Oh, there he is.
Let's go see.
Oh, not that one.
Whoa, what?
It's crazy. Does the bed trick still work?
Wait, where'd it go?
It's over here underneath me. There it is.
You made a submarine?
Here, let's put a bed on the roof. See if the bed trick still works.
What's the bed trick?
You used to not get kicked out of beds underwater. Somebody hop in there.
Okay. Nope, I got.
Oh, you got like immediately ejected
Yeah.
too, huh? There used to be, you used to be able to make submarines by putting a bed down and then putting switches around the bed so that you could look at the switches from the bed and interact with them. So you would stay in your seat, quote unquote,
Oh.
the seat being your bed, and then you could control everything with switches.
I gotta go back over here.
But that was way back in the day. That was like back on 3 channels, and you know you could still do the. Holy beds! Look at all these
That's why I
beds
stay
over here.
underwater.
Whose are all these beds?
I successfully just stayed underwater.
How'd you do it?
Keep tapping the down engines.
It would be cool if they allowed us to really
I
like
wanna get
make
kicked out of this
submarines.
bed. Oh yeah, they kick you out.
Yeah, it's immediately.
But yeah, back in the days of bed glitch and everything, when you could use it to clip the terrain and stuff. It's good times. I'm gonna switch off of my pickaxe because I don't trust anything anymore.
The pickaxes are going right now. It's like they can't break anything.
Oh yeah, that is true. These pickaxes are garbage.
Look at
Why
this.
does
This
it
is
sit on a seat still?
yeah. Look at this. It's like a cool landmass right here.
Where? Oh yeah, out where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of cool little islands around here. There's stone underneath.
I mean, I have to say, like, when I try to think of other games like LEGO Fortnite, I don't really like. What else comes to mind? that's even popular. I know Minecraft, but like even Minecraft doesn't have vehicles really, right? I know they have like little trains,
I mean, yeah,
but
you can make different things, but they're super complex apparently. You know what I mean? But it certainly doesn't look like this now.
yeah, it doesn't. And that's the other thing. It doesn't look like this, but like then what? But besides Minecraft, like where you're making actual things in like a world, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some people probably like it's this, you idiot.
Yeah, and I mean, there's other like survival games where you do like, for example, in Ark, you can build your base and you have slanted walls and stone, and you can do all kinds of different stuff, but nothing like this, where we're putting
Right.
piece by piece and some of the like more like when you're putting down a whole wall to, when you're building your house, they are similar in that regard. You had to go out and gather the stone, and you had to, so on and so forth. But
You see that one game? I forget what it's called. I feel like it starts with a V, and you're a vampire, and it's isometric view, kind of like Diablo, and you go around and like you can't go out during the daytime because you're a vampire, but as you do missions and stuff, you basically build your own castle, and it's like
huh.
Castlevania style castle. Like you start building like your own giant like Castlevania castle.
Cool.
What's it called? It's called like I gotta find it now.
Bloodlines?
No, it was a vampire game with building. Let's see. Oh, V Rising, I think it is. Become a vampire, build your own castle. Yeah. The game you'll likely think of as V Rising. It's an open world survival game where you play as a vampire building a castle and managing your clan. The game features base building, crafting, and combat against other players and bosses. Yeah, it's on Steam. I saw some streamers playing it at one point, and I was like, that looks like fun.
Random.
But yeah, nothing like LEGO Fortnite where it's like, or maybe like but even Roblox is like, it's not its own game. It's like other games and stuff.
Right.
It's like it's kind of interesting how like I feel like I don't think as much, but maybe still like how people still like some people will say like Fortnite is like for young kids and stuff like that, but then like or like they kind of just like shrug off like Fortnite, but it's like and even I never had hate for the games, but I was just late to it. But like
Right.
when you look at like they introduced the AI Vader, where you're talking to like no other game's really done that.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And then like the Lego Fortnite too is like this.
Yeah. No, it got a
Yeah.
reputation early on, as being a kid's game, Fortnite itself, I used to dog on Fortnite, and had never really didn't know anything about it. But yeah, dude, they're doing stuff that other games just aren't, all
Yeah.
around, the live events, all different stuff.
Yeah, the
But then,
concerts.
yeah, and then, you know, the stuff in the storyline and, everything else. Um, it was I forget, I think it might have been Donald Mustard who said it, like that, but that most games have like, their main character, and it's all about, that one character. And in Fortnite, the island is the main character. Like,
Yeah.
so, it's all about the stuff that's happening to the island and not so much about, just, the Master Chief or, whoever,
Oddly enough, Master Chief is in Fortnite.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
And that,
And that's something too. All the IPs and crossovers that
yeah,
are
yeah.
constantly getting, combining all the different game modes, They're
And on
you know, doing more towards the like,
yeah,
you know, shared like space than, you know, like meta is, you know, in my opinion, you know.
it's also really clever because like when they say like, oh, the Fortnite's like for kids, but it's like, well, look at some of the lobby music and stuff you can buy or the skins. I'm like, that's our generation stuff. Like when you're putting on
Right.
like U2 in the lobby, that's like 1989 or something. You know, like that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that's not
Right.
a, you know, Green Day. Yeah, like the album Dookie came out what 1996 or seven. Like no,
Right.
probably 95 around there. So
Right.
it's like they're outputting stuff that's like for older generations,
Oh,
and like
100%. Yeah.
and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a pretty cool subreddit, and I'm friends with like I've come to know some of the streamers that I'm friends with, uh, but the subreddit Fortnite over 40, and it's just
Uh,
like and it's
I'm
just all people that
I think I'm part of that Facebook group. I don't know about,
oh
or
it might be the
it
same,
might be part of both, or maybe it is the one on Reddit, and I just am not very smart. But
but
yeah, no, definitely.
and yeah, and the subreddit too is like like super chill, like it's like like it just seems like has like a friendly vibe to it, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know, just saying, and like just thinking about the game and everything it's been, and pretty awesome.
Right. No, I am super pleased with the game overall. Obviously, you know, uh, I wouldn't be doing all of this if I weren't, and I see it only getting, you know, cooler and cooler as time goes on. You know, I know it gets a lot of grief from people for not being updated and, you know, this and that and the other thing, but at the same
It's
time,
epic.
like,
Make our own fun.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But then we also don't know the full plan. You know what I mean? Like these,
Yeah,
if you had told me last month that they were doing half the things that they're doing in the game this week, I would have laughed at you. I'd been like, sure, sure, you know, that's never gonna happen. But
yeah. No, I still don't understand sometimes. I mean, to be honest, it's like people complaining on the internet is like, I just feel like if you love a game and you want to not like the game anymore, just go to that subreddit or forum, and you're
right.
gonna find all the people just dishing out why the game sucks. It's like, then why?
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't even play it anymore. I'm just on this forum. Like,
What
what are you doing?
I felt so bad for the devs when Expedition was first announced because it didn't matter what platform, it didn't matter if it was Twitter, it didn't matter if it was on Reddit or, you know, where, but they were just like pretty much outright dragged in the comment sections. You know, they'd put something out and the first comment would be like, no one asked for this, you know what I mean? And I was like, they just put so much work into this, and no one's even played it or knows what it is, and everyone hates it already. This is
Yeah.
awesome. Ah,
But
the
then,
public.
and then I saw some like complain about how it's like they need to do more with Odyssey, and it's like,
Right.
you understand they just gave us new weapons, and they're gonna be adding like there's fucking spires in the world right now that like
Right.
are gonna do shit like,
Well,
and plus the
you know,
game's free. The
yeah.
game is free.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. You know, well, we've talked about it a bunch of times on here. It's this, you know, like younger generation and the instant gratification of, you know, like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And I mean, it took what, like 2 days of Expedition being out and people being like, I haven't found a gold weapon yet. Like, it's an end game item.
yeah.
It came out yesterday. Like what?
Plus, I feel like some people that like
I
consider
played for
themselves
an
like,
entire hour.
but like I feel like people that complain, like people that consider themselves like game enthusiasts or like video games or gaming, like, can you not see it from like the side of the developers where like it's like they're trying to get out content, but they also don't want you to run through it fast, but they also are
Right.
trying to like see how it's received or how it's like, of course they added like soft caps to things because it's just like
Yeah.
they can get it out, they can tweak it, they can test it, they can, and it's just like, you know, like I don't know, like again, like it's a free game, just play, just be happy with
Right.
don't expect things, don't get overexcited, and just when things come, they come. But like, yeah, it's like, yeah, like you said, like back in my day, we had to look at the back of the back of the game, and that's all we had to go off of. There was no YouTube,
There's
there's
no
no video
Reddit.
showing the gameplay.
And if your game sucked, that the guy at Electronics Boutique had to hear about it. There was no Reddit. There was
Yes. Oh my god. I do miss walking down like the aisle in Toys R Us where they had like the flip up. It was just like the picture of the game, and you flipped it up to look at like the back of it to be like,
yeah, yeah.
is this game good? And you take the little piece of paper and bring it to like the front to pay for it.
The good old days.
But I was burned on games like the first Ninja Turtles. Meanwhile in the arcade, the Ninja Turtle game was awesome. Then they gave us that other weird one, and then the same thing happened with an Avengers game. It was like awesome, like the
Bro,
Avengers, Captain America and the Avengers was awesome.
Yeah.
Arcade beat 'em up.
Yep.
But oh my
Sure.
god, they released something on Nintendo that sucked.
Yeah.
And X-Men,
Yep.
the X-Men game, that was for
oh,
Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I remember that one. You could be like Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Wolverine. But it was like side-scrolly, right?
Yeah, what's crazy? Do you know how you were supposed to beat that game? Did you ever see like the?
Oh, it was kind of like the Solid Snake one there, right? You had to like turn off your thing or something, right?
You literally had to hit the
reset your
reset
game.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to hit the, like, who would do that? You get to the
Right.
final boss and hit reset.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was no like, how would you even know? It wasn't in the manual. It wasn't in anything.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like back
was
then
like,
the developers really hated players.
It was Metal Gear, whichever one, where you had to take your controller out of player 1 and put it in player 2. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was all wackadoodle. They used to get super sneaky on you, dude. And yeah, you had to like find it out from a friend who found it out from his cousin who heard about it at the grocery store, like and you had to hope that they were right, like there was no
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's what the internet totally told me to do.
I thought another funny one, that Metal Gear. I think it was Snake Eater. What they did, where like you had to fight this old man sniper guy, but like
Yeah.
if you just like changed the clock in your game or something like that, it just aged him, and then he just died, and you didn't have to fight him anymore.
You would die of natural causes. Yeah, that's so dumb.
Oh man.
And
that was
wasn't it something like if you beat him, one of the things you found on him was like heart medication or something, so you knew that you could just like wait him out or so. I forget. There was some
That's-
detail I feel like though that let
that
people
clued you in.
figure out. Yeah, that
Yeah.
aside from him having gray hair and all that.
And then the other thing I was saying, going back in time again, was like, being in the lunchroom and like your friend comes in with like the black and white printouts of the Mortal Kombat moves for the arcade. You're like, oh, he's got it. He's got the. Meanwhile, it's like you get to go to the arcade maybe like twice, but you're like, oh,
Right.
this is how you do the fatality.
Like, next time I go to the mall, watch out.
You sit there and memorize them. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
Well, all right. It is 10:10. You guys want to do outros? We'll call it for the evening.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. 17 made it back. There's a party on Main Street. You guys are missing it. There's confetti and everything.
One of the riders up on the roof. Yeah.
Oh, they all gave up. Come back, chumps. Celebrate my return. Yeah. We are the champions, my friends.
That's what I was saying they should do next for like the festival was Gorillas, or I actually heard Daft Punk would be one of the next music Fortnite festivals.
The whole debacle around the festival pass before it came out and cracked me up. Like everybody thought it was gonna be dead now, so then it got switched to something else last second, and then it was Bruno Mars, and like it was just pretty funny. Like nobody knew what was going on apparently.
And I'm like I could take it or leave Bruno Mars, but at least some of the skins, like the guitars, are pretty cool. So I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Right.
And then,
Yeah, I
Daft
get it
Punk or
all.
Gorillaz, come on, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that
You
would
might
be
have
awesome.
figured it out.
I was even
Oh,
joking it'd be funny if they had Radiohead running around as Tom York.
Nope, last time we stayed inside of it.
It was a valiant effort, sir. But all right, who do we have left?
I'm here.
You guys want to roll initiative for outros? We can pretend we look like we played a game with dice tonight.
Did roll. I got a 2, so.
Ooh.
Be back,
I rolled a
fellas.
3. Wow.
Trone, can you beat a 3?
Rolled a 15.
Hey, Trone wins initiative. Trone takes out, buddy.
What's going on, guys? More of a chill stream tonight, learning the new weapons and stuff like that. I'm trying to build a submarine. I will successfully build one eventually. That's my goal now. Still working on the Star Wars world, and I did start an expert mode playthrough, like 0 to hero type Mandalorian thing.
Heck yeah.
Pretty fun so far. Well, yeah. Put out a new song, and I got another one coming out on my birthday Friday. So
Hey, I didn't know.
Early
it was your
birthday.
Birthday. Happy early birthday.
thanks, man.
Heck yeah. How you're gonna be 32, right?
I wish. 16 years ago.
Yeah, right. Same. But yeah.
You guys are old.
Yeah, we are.
Just remember, if you lived on Saturn, 30 years on Earth equals 1 year on Saturn. So
Heck yeah.
you
Yeah.
could just be like, I'm only 2.
I'm only, yeah.
Or 1.5.
Yeah, exactly. I'm 1 3/4.
It's even funnier to me because, like, I'm only a couple years younger than you guys. But it still feels like,
Of
I'm not trying to
course.
be a dick, but it definitely feels like, haha, I'm not an old timer yet.
Don't worry, your time's coming.
Yeah.
But in the
It's the one.
meantime, everybody check out Trone Gaming on YouTube. Are you still doing the Baldur's Gate stream, or is that
I'm gonna get
taking it
to it.
back burner?
It's been really hard with the kids off of summer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I forget that it's summertime, even though it's 108 degrees. Yeah. Well, hopefully get back to that at some point, because I know I need to jump back into it too. I was playing, got distracted, and I think at this point it's been so long that I just want to start a new one over at some
Yeah,
point.
same here.
But yeah, everybody check out Trone Gaming. And did you get rid of the music channel? I keep forgetting if you. I know you
Yeah, I
separated
did get rid
them,
of the music channel. I put a couple of new songs on my
okay,
channel lately.
right on. So, are you recombining them or no?
Yeah, they're recombined again.
Cool. Yeah, everybody check that out. And as always, thank you, sir, for coming out. Appreciate it.
Like,
And that will bring us with a roll of 3 to Monday.
I am Monday Olives, and you've been watching Kaverns Klombos, streamed here live every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. ET at the Long Tom Lounge on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching us this week, as we kind of just had a chill stream. And join us next week for some awesome adventures. And stay tuned for my channel. I know things have been a little slow lately. I got some things I'm working on. It's just been an absolute mess, but I'll get some stuff out soon, I promise. Have a wonderful night, and thank you for watching.
Heck yeah. Everybody check out Monday's channel, Monday Olives on YouTube. And yeah, we've all been having a little lull. It's that time of year we all get combination of busy and you know, everything takes longer this time of year. So don't feel bad, because then I'll have to feel bad about not doing anything myself. But yeah, definitely check out Monday Olives. More content coming as soon as we can. Remy,
Yo.
you're it, bud. You're the guy
well,
tonight.
Oh, that's too much pressure.
I
Just
know.
wanted to say I enjoyed the laid back stream today. It was fun. I like talking
yeah.
games, talking Lego Fortnite, and just kind of poking and prodding the new update and what's going on with it. As for myself, I've just been streaming during the day between the hours of 12 and 4 on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. I do have I'm working on another video. I just recently made a drawbridge in my expert world, so I'm going to try to put together a cool little tutorial on that. And besides that, I guess keep on building.
Heck yeah, bud. And as Remy mentioned, check out Remy Lexington on all kinds of platforms.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that's going to do it for tonight. I'm Long Tom. This has been the Long Tom Lounge in Kaverns and Klombos. Every week, every gosh darn week. Whether I've worked 8 hours or 9 hours and drove 2 in a day or not, we're going to do it again. And be sure to join us next week. It is, as mentioned previously, our 1-year anniversary of Caverns and Klombos. So hopefully I can come up with something cool to do. But I've got a couple ideas. We'll see which one I run with. But thank you, Abide, July, Aiden, everybody who came out tonight, all my lurkers. Appreciate you as always. Everybody who's been using my code, that's super cool. And yeah, make sure you check out Spicy Plays as well. And we will see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. So yeah, the only thing left to do, say goodnight, adventurers.
Good night,
Adventurers.
adventurers.
Good night, adventurers.